Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, I'm going to be talking about the new Head Graphene 360 Plus Instinct MP. Hold tight. All right, guys, so for 2021, this Instinct MP has become Head's value racket. So it's still endorsed by Maria Sharapova, but we know she ain't playing no more. So, but it's still endorsed by her in retirement. So maybe in some kind of senior league or whatever she's playing in now, she'll be playing with this racket or a racket that looks like this. Okay? So this now takes the place of the Extreme as the $150, $159.99 value racket from the Head line. So I'm going to take this racket out and hit with it with Coach Chris and Coach Andrew and tell you what we think. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I just got this Instinct MP from Head, 2021 version. And I got my man Coach Goo here and Coach Chris to give it a try. Hold tight. So we just tried the Instinct MP from Head, 2021 version. Coach, what did you think?
This definitely plays like a Babble Up Here drive. It's super light on the head. I mean, really light frame. Has a lot of power. It actually feels stable too when it's light. Volleys, solid, very firm. Serve, really easy to hit with. But overall, solid racket overall, but preferably I like a heavier racket, so this is a little too light for me, but I could see a lot of beginners and intermediates using this racket.
Right. So, Coach Chris, what did you think?
So I noticed like right off the bat that the head of the racket was a lot heavier than I'm used to, but while I was hitting ground strokes, I felt like it felt really solid through contact. I was able to hit pretty aggressive and feel that I was swinging through every ball. Swinging through the shots quite well. At the net, it was also quite nice to have it volley too as well. Really good crisp volleys. With serve, I struggled a little bit with the serves on this one. It wasn't as forgiving. I think maybe it's because it's a smaller head size too, right?
No, it's 100.
It didn't really feel like 100 actually. So it felt a little. This one actually felt like the 98 versus what the other one that we just tried out was the new Radical. Yeah. That one felt like it was 100. So really interesting that this was 100. But I struggled a little bit with the serve on this one. But other than that, I felt like this racket was definitely fun to play with.
So I'll take this back to the shop and we'll analyze it. But I'd like to thank Coach Andrew Goo. Where can we find you, Andrew?
You can find me at agu.tennis and I'll also be posting content there.
And I'd like to thank Coach Chris here. Where can we find you, Coach Chris?
At Christopher Chien, Chien.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you back at the shop. All right, so back in the shop after testing this racket. I'm going to spec this out a little bit for you guys and then explain what we felt on the court. So hold tight. All right, so it's a 16 by 19 pattern on a 100 head, okay? Just to let you know. We strung it with head velocity, 16 gauge, 55 pounds, just so we can all kind of get a feel with it of how everybody else would feel with it, because that's how I would probably sell it to people. Synthetic, mid-tension, keep it under control, okay? So that was my thought process over it. And it actually felt okay that way. So I've got my balance board here. We're gonna first balance it out. $327 on the balance. So let's take it to the scale. At the scale, $312 on the weight. Check the swing weight. $307. All right. Let's go analyze. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the numbers here. Strung weight, 312. Balance, 327. Swing weight, 307. And RA is 65. On a beam, a tapered beam, 23 at the top, 26 in the middle, 23 towards the throat, okay? We all had kind of the same feeling about this racket. We thought it was a little underpowered. That 65 definitely is accurate, but we thought that this, you know, kind of a tapered beam with the 26 being in the middle would firm up the racket a bit, but it really didn't. The 307 was actually the biggest thing though. So the swing weight was really on the headlight side. So when we were bringing it through, couldn't really quite feel the racket as well. This is one of those rackets that could definitely use a little more lead. Why Coach Andrew, Coach Chris, and even myself thought that a little bit of weight would help the stability of this racket a little bit more. Therefore, we thought in its stock form, just like this, it would be wonderful, great for a beginner, right? Kind of like where they're kind of positioning this racket as the price point racket. So, you know, at 100 square inches, you know, and all these, you know, light numbers, you would think that, you know, a beginner to maybe an intermediate person would benefit from a racket like this, because it's going to come through quickly, right? You're going to get a decent amount of control with probably just amount of power for that person starting off. That's kind of like how we felt, because for us it was a little unstable through the shot. You know, when we volleyed, it kind of gave a little bit. It wasn't quite popping. But like I said, for that beginner, this is it's a good racket, you know, especially for the price. So that's the new Graphene 360 Plus Instinct MP 2021 edition. I think this is coming out real soon. I don't think it's out yet, but look for it real soon. Okay? Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.